Hi, I'm Sarah Thelwall, and I'm here at Ocean Terminal at the limited edition shop that's being run by Scotland Redesigned to take a look at some of the designers we have here, and with my particular interest in the business side of creativity and the business side of entrepreneurship. I'm bringing a perspective or a viewpoint that says, how does this work? So I am interested in the creativity and I am interested in the design, but there are lots of stylists and creative folk who can talk about that, so I want to focus on the business bits of it. So what I've picked out here is a selection of things that catch my eye, where I perhaps know a little bit of the backstory, and I'm interested in the how we got to this point. So I'm going to start with some t-shirts. This is by Prince of Paradise, who are, like all the designers here, Scottish, and the work is made locally. I'm picking up on this because, firstly, there's quite a lot of print in store, and secondly, there's quite a bit of this particular type of print that uses a flat, push it onto a flat surface. There is a proper term for that, don't know what it is. It has come up in some of the interviews, look there for that. So I'm interested in this because it is a bought-in t-shirt, so the designer hasn't made the t-shirt, but they've designed the print that goes on it. And that means that you can take your creativity to market at a relatively low price point because you haven't got to cover either high volume for bespoke production, nor do you have the cost of the design and the manufacture of the t-shirt per se. So that's an interesting route to market, and it's one of the reasons why t-shirt design is such a popular early route to market for creatives. So Prince of Paradise is one, and then a second, so this is Abertwix, who are a Stirling-based designer. And again, we're taking, now what I like about this one is, although it started out as your standard t-shirt, it's been cropped and changed and moved around, and also these ones are hand printed in the screen print, which means that she'll move the block around so that each one is different. This is the same take t-shirt apply design that we saw on that first one, and again, what I'm interested in here is I like the all-over print. I like the price point, so this is a £32 piece, and I like the symmetry. The symmetry and asymmetry of these starts to interest me. So route to market for young designers to get their stock out there and to test things on the market, which is great. And we'll have, yes, and whoops, one more by the same designer, just for the kind of, to see the variety of the design. So hand-drawn, turned into print. Then I'm going to take Helen Ruth. Now, one of the things that I think there's quite a lot of in the store at the moment are these brights. There's a lot of neon, and more, again, of the hand-drawn. So hand-drawn plus print plus neon seems to be quite big at the moment. People like Obscure Couture are doing a lot of neon that's also in store. And I must say, I don't know what the production process is for these ones or where they're made, but it's taking another fairly standard product, a scarf, whereby, and I couldn't tell you whether she's making the scarves or not, but the opportunity to take a print and put it onto a scarf separate to a process of designing the object itself, again, I think is quite interesting. If we move into the pieces that are being designed and made, then I've got an example of a Kirstine Stewart dress. So she's designing the print, but she's also designing the garment. Now this is somebody who's based up in the Scottish Isles. She's been around for 3 or 4 years, I'd guess. She's also been part of Fashion Foundry, so her business skills development has been aided and abetted by the Cultural Enterprise Office. And one of the things that I find brilliant about what I see in Scotland at the moment is this combination of business skills development through people like the Cultural Enterprise Office and the Fashion Foundry programme, and then the taking it to market, which is what Scotland Redesigned and Limited Edition, along with Genuine PR, are doing. So it's helping you hone a number of the business elements, not just supporting the creativity. And for me, that's important in the development of the sustainability of these businesses, rather than just getting lost in the creative process. More neon. I pick out the Eribe scarves partly for the colour, sucker for neon that I am, but also for the combination of what I'd like to, well, I'm assuming in Scotland would be a familiar design style here, but the colour choices is for me what makes it stand out. So it's taking a familiar design approach and making it more contemporary, whilst also working with that real sense of craft. If I were to pick things that for me stand out about Scotland and design at the moment, then that contemporary craft aesthetic for me is a significant part of what I'm seeing. However, let's also take this piece, which, okay, it's got some familiar style to it, but also I think it's taking it into a much more contemporary realm. So it's not the classic sort of Icelandic or islands jumper shape and style, but it's bringing in a more contemporary structure to it. And that, for me, says it's going to extend its reach beyond those who want a heritage product or beyond those who want a tourist product into something that stands as contemporary design, even if you knew nothing about its heritage. And that has a number of plus points from a business perspective. It's not just women who can have fun. So this is We Are Rushworth, and we were talking this morning with a designer, and her comment about this was she likes to be the odd piece in a wardrobe. Now this is in many senses unisex. I love the yellow down here, but I also know that this is a woman who understands her textiles, her yarns and her knits. So she's got combinations of merino, cashmere, lambswool, all sorts of things. So you can enjoy that tactile element to it and the sensation of being wrapped up in it, which I'm not sure that's just a Scottish thing, but again, it's got that sense of warmth in the winter, which I think proves interesting. I'm going to write 3 more things and then we're done. Somewhere under here. Where's that bag gone? Here we are. Okay. Right. Bags, leather goods, tartans. I've got 3 different designers here. The first of these is Rhodesian of Edinburgh, which I've purposefully picked something that isn't one of their satchels to demonstrate the variety of products that they have, but this enjoyment of leather goods and moving those traditional satchels into something more contemporary for me stands out. This is Buchanan Bespoke. Let's get this the right way around. Yes, because that's Kerr Watson. So Buchanan Bespoke are really here for their shoes. Men's shoes, leather with elements of tartan in them, where you can pick the colour, you can customise a brogue to meet your own design and colour interests, and then there's a series of other related products that go with it, which, by the way, smells delicious. And then Kerr Watson, again taking really supple leathers and lovely wovens into a quite standard product in terms of its shape, but something that feels like luxury rather than off the shelf, can find it anywhere. And that's a Kerr Watson piece. So there is plenty to enjoy here. The prices range anywhere last thing. This is a Ewan McWhirter ring, of which I particularly just enjoy the design style of it and the kind of playfulness of these pieces. So there's plenty here, 21 designers. It's here till the end of January. And it's mostly a set of autumn and winter wear, because that's the time of year we're in, but it's a fantastic opportunity to see and hopefully purchase a bunch of young Scottish designers, so get it whilst it's hot.